Riding in the rain is no one's idea of fun, so if you want to get out of the front door, whatever the weather, it's worth investing in a good waterproof jacket to make wet weather riding just that little bit more bearable. Now clearly the most important thing with a waterproof jacket is for it to be waterproof. Now the good news is that this can be quite easy to judge, with more and more manufacturers giving their clothing a waterproof rating. How this is calculated is a little bit complicated, so all you really need to know is that the higher the number the better, and ideally you want something with a rating of at least 10,000. Aside from the basic fabric of the jacket, there are a number of factors that will help to add to the waterproofness. First of all, you want to make sure your jacket has taped seams, which will stop water from getting in between the panels. You also want a jacket with a waterproof zip, or at least one with a flap that goes in front of the zip to stop water coming up from the wheel in front. Finally, you want a jacket with a nice long tail that will help to keep your bum dry. Now to be honest, it's not actually that difficult to make a jacket that will just keep you dry. The trick is to make a jacket that is breathable too. Now this means it will be made from a fabric that allows water vapour to escape from your body into the outside atmosphere, which will stop you overheating on the heels. As with waterproofness, many jackets are now given a breathability rating, and again it's a case of the bigger the number, the better it is. However, it's wise to exercise a little bit of caution with these ratings. They're not verified by an independent body and are just the result of manufacturers' individual testing. So it's always a good idea to read a review before making the purchase. You also need to pay attention to a jacket's fit. Now if you're the sort of rider that's going to be out on the local chain gang whatever the weather, then you might want a jacket with a nice slim fit, a minimal wind flap, so it's nice and aerodynamic. But for the rest of us, a slightly looser cut may be a little bit more comfortable. A few other things to look out for. It's a good idea to look for a jacket with thumb loops. Now these will stop the sleeves from rolling up and will make it easier to pull gloves over the top. You should also look for a collar which is nice and high and with a soft inside for added comfort. As the vast majority of these jackets don't come with pockets, some will have an opening which will make it a little bit easier to reach your jersey pockets where you're going to have your bars and your gels and your phone, etc. It's not always completely necessary, as you can always just lift the jacket up at the back in order to get at those rear pockets. Finally, there are also plenty of waterproof jackets out there that will stuff down really small to let you put them away in your jersey pocket if the rain does stop. The only problem here is that these jackets often compromise on their waterproofness, so if you really want to stay dry, it's worth investing in a bulkier option. That's everything you need to know to find a great waterproof jacket. Now all you need is the motivation to get out of that front door.